All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast. Now, the AFC West was expected to be one of the most contentious divisions in the National Football League this year, but it's been far from the case. Expectations were high for the Denver Broncos after they acquired quarterback Russell Wilson, but they're currently 3-7. The Las Vegas Raiders made the playoffs last season and were expected to build off of that after they picked up wide receiver Devontae Adams and defensive end Chandler Jones. But like the Broncos, the Raiders are currently 3-7. The Los Angeles Chargers were a sexy pick by a lot of people to be in playoff contention this year, but the Chargers continue to be unable to get out of their own way at 5-5. And when it's all said and done, the Kansas City Chiefs are about to cakewalk to their seventh consecutive AFC West title. Now, the Chiefs defeated the Chargers last night at SoFi in Inglewood to complete the season sweep over their division rivals. And with Kansas City now in possession of a 3 game lead, theoretically 4 due to the sweep of the Chargers, you can all but pencil them in to win this division and make another Super Bowl run. And this is what the good teams do as far as taking care of their business while other teams don't. You win your division, you possibly get a first round bye. You're definitely going to get at least one home playoff game. And right now, Kansas City is in contention to get home field throughout the AFC playoffs. So you look at it, and I mean, there's nothing but dumpster fires around the Chiefs in this division. The Raiders and the Broncos. I mean, what more can you say about the underachieving this year? But you think back to recently in NFL history, Tom Brady's Patriots and Peyton Manning's Indianapolis Colts, for example. These teams always knew how to go out there and take care of their business and win their division, and people would always turn around and look, and before you knew it, both of these teams consistently found themselves in the AFC Championship game and contending for the Super Bowl championship. And this is what the good teams do. And of course, you look at the link between Andy Reid and quarterback Patrick Mahomes, and arguably the best quarterback head coach duo going right now in the NFL. And of course, Andy Reid and the playoffs are synonymous. And that goes back to his time as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. And where everybody else was going for the sizzle in the offseason, Kansas City decided to stick to their guns. They know what they have, they know what they can do. And guess what? They're still going out there and executing and getting it done. Patrick Mahomes is once again playing like an MVP. He has one MVP trophy on his mantle place, I assume, and he could make a room for another one. He already has 32 touchdowns this year to 7 interceptions, and right now the way that he is playing so far, it is his award to lose. You still got Travis Kelsey there at tight end. I know that the Chiefs lost Tyreek Hill in the offseason when he was traded to Miami. You got Juju Smith-Schuster, the former Pittsburgh Steeler. He's getting it going. Marquez, Valdez, Scantling, just to name some of the other options for Mahomes in that passing game. But when it's all said and done, Kansas City continues to win. Now, obviously, the Chiefs are well on their way to wrapping up the AFC West. You have to ask yourselves, are they the team to beat in the AFC? Possibly, because I'm not going to sit up there. I know, Kansas City's 8-2. They're well on their way to winning the division and getting to the postseason. But I'm not going to sit up there and pencil this team in for the Super Bowl just yet, because I really think that the AFC playoffs this year are going to be very, very difficult. There's not one team that you can sit out there and say, "Hey, you know what? This team has what it takes to make the run," because there are so many good teams over there. You got Kansas City, you have Miami. You look at Tennessee, even though it hasn't been pretty at times on offense, but they're 7-3. Baltimore starting to get it going. Buffalo, they slipped a little bit, but they're still 7-3. New England's in contention. You got Cincinnati. They're going to get Jamar Chase back at some point and get healthy. Can the Chargers, get out of their own way and get a wild card spot? So there's a lot that still has to be decided on that ledger. But when it's all said and done, Kansas City has definitely put themselves in the mix. And again, when you got Andy Reid as a head coach and when you have Patrick Mahomes slinging the football around in the way that he can, and you think about he has a very strong arm to throw the deep ball effectively and efficiently in the cold weather. And then on top of that, we've seen how this Kansas City offense can strike just like that. You just give Patrick Mahomes 20 yards and a cloud of dust, so to speak, and he'll get you at least in the field goal range, if not into touchdown range. And of course, the rest is history. So we still have some work ahead of us, obviously, to see how things are going to play out. But nonetheless, one thing that we do know for sure at this point of the season, just before Thanksgiving, is that the Kansas City Chiefs are more than likely going to be AFC West champions for the seventh straight year. The bottom line is they have taken care of their business while everybody around them in the division has imploded. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I'm signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.